Hello everybody and welcome back to Big Dan's channel. I am, of course, as always, Big Dan, and today we are going to be looking at Jackass Forever. Now, I'm aware how late I am with this one, but the reason being is because I didn't actually watch this in the cinema. I watched this with Matthew on just Sky because it was available on there, but obviously it came out this year, which is why I'm still doing it. So I've never seen a previous Jackass film. I knew briefly what they were about, and I assumed going into it that it was going to be a non-fiction film in contrast to pretty much every other film I've ever reviewed on here. And that's correct. The thing isn't scripted or anything like that. It's all real. They're not actors or anything. And it's a non-linear story. There's not some kind of story that keeps going on. But that's not a bad thing to say about it. The thing was extremely funny. I was laughing all the time, and so was Matthew, like, because he went to see this thing in the cinema, and he said everyone was also laughing in the cinema, and apparently the place was packed, and I can see why. The thing was extremely good. The guys are idiots, though. I'm going to say this, like it says at the start of it, but I'm just going to say, even though they're supposedly trained professionals, the guys are absolute idiots when they're doing some of these things, because you can like see, you wonder how they're still alive at times in it. For example, the fact that one of them actually got hospitalized, like when he got hit by something, which gets shown in this thing, like you can see why. But again, you've just gotta love it. Like they're willingly doing the stuff, and it's like nobody's getting harmed, like non-consensually. Like anyone who's just not a part of it, like doesn't get any like physical harm done to them or anything like that. And the thing was just brilliant. I mean, there's not really much to be said about it other than it was extremely funny. And I imagine those of you who have seen the previous films will absolutely love this one, because I think there must be like 5 or 6 previous before this, and as well as the TV series I think I've heard about. And honestly, yeah, the thing was just, if you've seen stuff like Impractical Jokers, I highly recommend you watch this because it's a very similar style of humour, and I just very much enjoyed the thing. And you know, there's not much more to be said about it, other than that point I've just made there. So for that reason, my final verdict for Jackass Forever is an 8 out of 10. I thought about maybe giving it a 9, but I think it's not quite, as much as it's like very funny and extremely enjoyable. I wouldn't say it's like on the level of some like proper, well, not proper, but you know, like fiction films that are written and stuff like that, such as like Banshees of Inisherin. Um, but again, the thing is extremely funny, and I highly recommend you go and watch it. If you can. I'm very doubtful it's still in the cinema, but if you've got like Netflix or just any kind of streaming service, or even if you can get it on digital, then I very much recommend that you do. And that's pretty much all I've got to say about the thing. And I'm out, guys. Peace.